Hi everyone, I hope you're having a great day today and I hope you enjoyed your last week. If you are new to the channel, you won't know that I took a break last week. You might think that, I don't know what you think, but I did take a bit of a break last week because my energy was just kind of all over the place, and I'm not for sure back with our regular videos just yet, but I don't want to leave you with nothing because like I've said so many times before, doing this channel, doing tarot readings, it allows me to practice. It allows me to, to just kind of put my energy into my cards, to make sure I'm using them regularly, to make sure I'm learning and like looking at the symbols of the same cards in different ways each time, just to kind of try to keep my intuition and my vision, I guess, open or fresh or however you think of it, like whatever channels there are that allow me to receive messages from our higher selves the way I believe it. It's, either deity or our guardian angels or our higher versions, our higher spiritual selves, or just, our ancestors, other spirits that have our best interest in mind. Those are the beings that I ask to communicate with me for these readings. The thing is, especially when I'm reading for other people, which I have been doing a little bit more lately, I end up feeling like I'm tapping into these other people's energies, and if I'm not keeping up with my spiritual hygiene, then it can become very pressing and very overwhelming and very much to the point where I'm like, I don't know if I can do this anymore. And that's just something I need to work on. It's just like spiritual hygiene, making sure I'm keeping up with it on a regular basis. That's just something I need to make sure I do for mental health, for stability, for energetic stability, and it's something that I don't always remember to do naturally. It's something I have to write down in my bullet journal and remind myself. Otherwise, I will spend just like last week, the week before, I was spending multiple nights staying up until like 8 in the morning or later, working, like just writing. And I stay up late anyway, but sometimes I'll stay up late just like reading or watching cartoons or playing The Sims. And those days are like fine, especially if I can sleep in the next day. But if I am up working the whole night, like writing, editing, formatting, planning, working on my websites, working on the Maiden Circle course, anything like that, it takes a lot of energy. It's as much energy as if I was physically working the whole night, as if I was laboring away. It makes me feel that kind of exhaustion. So if I'm not keeping up with my spiritual hygiene, if I'm not meditating, if I'm not, cleansing with sage or mugwort or something, if I'm not grounding myself every day, if I'm not shielding myself, especially living in New York with all the energies that are coming at us, then I just feel it all. I get hit with a lot of different energies, and that's kind of what happened last week, and I'm still trying to readjust myself. I have been this weekend. I spent some time just trying to reset and refresh my energy, but there's still some stuff that I need to work through. So like I said, I'm not 100% sure what this week is going to look like, but I again didn't want to leave you guys with nothing. So here we are with your Monday reading for March 18th, 2019, and I'm going to be pulling an oracle card, one of the new oracle cards that I showed on my channel last week, and I'm going to be pulling about 3 or 4 cards from the Gilded Tarot deck. You may notice I am in a different location, sort of. I'm like, my desk that I'm usually at is on the other side, behind with the camera, and my desk right now is just covered in post-it notes and notebooks and writing things, and the way it is right now, I can't move it. So I'm over here. If you like this location, let me know. I'm working on finding a better placement for us that shows less of my kitchen. So let me know what you think of this place, and let's get started. So again, I'm going to ask for your overall energy from this new oracle deck that I got just like a week ago. I'm kind of in love with it. It's super cute. No! As I say, the cards jump out of my hand. So, what is your overall energy, the overall energy for whoever this reading is meant for today, What is the message from this oracle deck for Monday, March 18th, 2019? What is the message from this deck for whoever this reading is meant for? Whoever's message this is. What is it? What do we need to know? Monday, March 18th, 2019. Please and thank you. My vibes speak louder than my words. That is so true. Your actions, your energy that you're putting out into the world, that's going to affect people. Just like what I was just talking about, how I receive people's energies. I also know that I give a lot of energy to very sensitive people, and my energy can be kind of spiky or off-putting because I also do a ton of shielding that does sometimes have the negative effect of kind of separating me energetically from other people, but I do it for the reasons I've explained. But yeah, like whatever you're doing, people are going to feel it. So like I said, my shielding when I'm trying not to take on other people's energy can make people feel like I'm pulling away from them or not trying to connect with them on any other level because of that. So the energy you put out, the way you behave, the way you think, the way you're thinking about your life is going to create your vibes. And those are things, this vibe energy, whatever you want to call it vibes, you want to call it energy, you want to call it aura, you want to call it chi, you want to call it spirit, whatever it is that you give off, you can't fake that. You can't you can try to be something or be a certain type of person. Like I know a lot of pagan people who think there's a certain way of being pagan, but you know what? You can't fake the energy. So if it's not right with you, people around you are going to feel that. If you're not in the right, if you're not doing what's in your heart, what you need to be doing, or what spiritually you're aligned with, people are going to notice that. And it doesn't matter how much you tell them you're one way, they're going to feel that you're not that way. They're going to feel the other stuff. So really be aware of that today. Be aware of what kind of energy you're putting out. Be aware of how you are interacting with people, and really how your thoughts are affecting you, because the way you're thinking, especially thoughts that are unconscious or unconscious or subconscious, thoughts that are not intentional, like you're walking down the street and you have a random thought, you see somebody, you're like, oh, I hate her shoes. Like that negative thought, even though that's not something you actively tried to think or wanted to think, that is putting that energy out. That is already affecting your energy fields, your aura, and people are going to notice that kind of hatitude. They're going to notice, jealousy. They're going to notice when you're looking at someone in a negative light for whatever personal reasons you have. Be aware of how you think. Be aware of how you are emotionally putting, or how do I word that better? Be aware of how you are putting your emotions into your behaviors and your words. Okay, so I'm going to pull about 3 or 4 cards. We'll see how we feel, just to kind of see if there's any deeper message for you today. What is the message for whoever this reading is meant for today, for March 18th, Monday, 2019? Just going to give it a little blow. What is the message for Monday, March 18th, 2019, for whoever this reading is meant for? What message do we have to deliver, possibly concerning their vibes and how their vibes are speaking to the world, what they're telling people, what they're showing people with their energy? Please and thank you. Please, from my higher self to theirs, and from theirs to mine, to me, to these cards. You have the Sun. You have the Tower. Very interesting. Those are okay. And you have the Ace of Swords. I'm going to pull one more. And then you have the Seven of Swords. So, let's see. The question was, what kind of energy are you putting out into the world? What's your vibe? What is this saying about your vibe? All right. So, we'll start with the Sun. The Sun is a very positive card. So I feel like you're kind of trying to give off a positive face, like you're trying to say, you know what, I love all this, I'm very happy, and this is great and that's great, I'm a perky, joyful person and happy, and all is good. But it's possible you're kind of ignoring some underlying issues that are absolutely affecting your energy right now. So you've got this tower, and I think that means that you're kind of in a place where you're, even though you want everything to turn out well, even though you're trying to be optimistic, there's a little voice in your head that's like, everything's gonna fall apart, nothing works, everything sucks. And really, it's just about the way you're thinking about things. So you really have your mindset on success, you have your mindset on this optimism, but then there's this voice underneath, this energy that you're having that's like, everything's gonna fall apart, everything's gonna, like, everything I try is going to suck, it's gonna fail, and I'm gonna be disappointed. And so maybe I should deal with it in this particular way, but the way you're considering dealing with it is not going to play out well. This is a card asking you to reconsider the way you're facing your situation, because there's a huge chance that the way you're trying to deal with this situation, it's it's risking sabotage. You're risking either self-sabotage, or having to accept that failure is a possibility. But right now, I feel like failure is more of a fear for you. Even though you're trying outwardly to be very optimistic, I think people are gonna feel like you don't believe in yourself and you don't believe that success is possible for you, even though you want it, even though you would like to achieve it. You don't believe it. So the way you're trying to go about making it happen, or even the way you're just dealing with your feelings, is not going to help it happen. So it's possible that you're like avoiding it, or you're doing something to push yourself away from this. You're just not making the right choices. What is that? That's, oh, that's a cat. Okay, there's a cat in here. So you're not making the right choices. And I think the message, especially with that cute little cat there that I've never seen, is, and it looks like a fire cat. I don't know if you can see that. I don't know if that's clear, but it kind of looks like a fiery cat. I think the message here is that you really need to get spiritually excited about something, and then really try to focus on this positive energy, because I feel like with the Seven of Swords, you are not thinking clearly about this situation, and it's something that you need to reassess. You need to reassess the way you're pursuing it, because either you're not pursuing it because you're afraid, either you're outwardly saying that you're pursuing it and you're like thinking about it all the time, but you're sabotaging yourself. You're not actually going after it. And it's really time to rethink whether this is something you actually want, whether it's worth the energy that you are avoiding putting in, or whether it's something that needs to change, whether it's something that you need to just entirely let go of and entirely change your foundation. Even despite this very positive kind of mindset that you're trying to achieve, underneath you have some sort of doubts, you have some sort of worry, some sort of fear. And again, that word self-sabotage just keeps popping into my head. So whatever you're doing, I think you are entirely in control of the outcome, and you do have you're on the right path with your positive thinking, you're on the right path with your desire to make it happen, and it's possible for you. But the way you're trying to deal with it, it's not right. So I'm going to pull one or two more cards just to kind of see where you might end up if you stay on the path that you're on. What is the outcome for whoever this reading is meant for? Should they remain on their current trajectory? Should they remain, should they continue to pursue whatever it is the Sun card's about, whatever it is they're thinking about and wanting to pursue? What is their trajectory? Should they continue approaching it in the way that they are? Should you continue approaching it in the way that you are? What is your trajectory? How might you expect this to play out? From March 18th, Monday, 2019. Please and thank you. So you have the Ten of Wands. Cool. So with the Ten of Wands, and after it, we had the Four of Pentacles and the Nine of Swords, and I'm not going to pull those, but I do think with those underlying energies, you are dealing with sort of a fear of letting something go that's already yours. Or losing something that's already yours, because you are very anxious about it. You're very much worried that all the work that you're putting in is going to end up causing you a loss of some sort. So you're being very kind of, I don't want to say selfish, but you just really don't want to let go of your resources because you're worried that you won't get any returns. But with the Ten of Wands, the outcome is that you do have more work. If you continue on the path that you're on, it is going to be a path where you're very much engaged in the work that you're doing. And I think with the message of the Ten of Wands, it does speak to just kind of not giving up just yet. You don't know how it's necessarily going to end, but you can't let this fear of this Four of Pentacles kind of fear, this Nine of Swords kind of anxiety that you're dealing with, you can't let that stop you, because I don't know if you can hear that, but my cat just decided to take her bathroom break in the middle of our video, and it doesn't smell great here. With the Ten of Wands, you yeah, like I think the message is, you do have a lot of work ahead of you. You do have, some heavy labor, either spiritually speaking or physically, literally speaking, but you have some heavy labor ahead of you. But this is going to be something that's supported. This is going to be something that once you're really in that work, and you're this close to the end, you're this close to seeing the results, you're going to realize that this is something that you've been supported in some way, whether it's by family, whether it's by your environment, whether it's by the universe. I often find that if I'm pursuing something that I'm in alignment with, that is right for me, things fall into place. Like when I am actually pursuing something that I'm meant to pursue, it's like the universe is like, here, you take these opportunities. Look, I get emails about things that I was just thinking about, and it's like, look, there's a free workshop on this thing, and it's like, I never said anything about it to anybody, never like was open about it, and it just shows up. And that's kind of, the universe basically is like, if you're on the right path, we're gonna help you continue that path. My cat's insane. So I think with the Ten of Wands, it is saying that you are going to find yourself doing a lot of heavy work. But at the end of the day, it's up to you whether or not that work is worth it. The universe, if you figure out that if you're in alignment, if you let go of this Four of Pentacles fear and this Nine of Swords anxiety and this Tower kind of worry, if you let go of these things that are not serving you and allow yourself to begin anew, and allow yourself to reassess, like with that Seven of Swords, rethink how you're pursuing things, and then act in accordance to what you're actually trying to achieve, then even though the work is going to be hard, you're going to find satisfaction in the process. You're going to find satisfaction doing that work. Okay, that is your message for Monday, March 18th, 2019. Thank you so very much for being here. I love you all for being here. I love your support. If you do like this channel, click the like button below, subscribe, click the little bell so that you can get notifications whenever there is a new video. And I'm going to try my best to make sure I get one to you tomorrow, whether it's going to be another kind of freehand, loose reading, which I'm actually starting to love. Like, I like the freedom of being able to just kind of read, the way it feels for the day, just like not have to go to a specific layout or spread. But I might go back to our old spreads because I did enjoy those as well. Let me know what you think in the comments. I will see you next time, and remember always that I love you. Bye!